And welcome to the 2014 NCCAA Division II Soccer National Championships presented by Turbo Sports. Final game tonight on day one of the Soccer National Championships, a matchup featuring the 4 and 5 seeds in the men's bracket, the Providence University College Pilots from Otterburn, Manitoba, Canada, and the Maranatha Baptist University Sabercats from Watertown, Wisconsin. It's set to be a fun matchup. If it's even half as good as any of the first 3 games we've already seen earlier today, we should still be in for a real treat. Starting lineups just announced a couple minutes ago. First, for the seeded 4th, the Pilots of Providence University College. They are the designated home team today. And their starting lineup, goalkeeper, a junior from McGregor, Manitoba, number 20, Liam Hodges. Starting outfield players, number 3, Mitchell Martins, number 4, Ryan Fast, number 5, Dale Danso, number 6, Josh Gertzen, number 8, Bailey Jacobson, number 9, Peter Garrick, number 10, John Jenk, number 11, Daniel Rempel, number 19, Eric Plett, and number 21, Devotion Indolovu. Head coach of the Pilots is Martin Ward, assisted by Jamie Wilson. Now the starting lineup for the 5th-seeded Sabercats of Maranatha Baptist University. Their starting goalkeeper, a junior from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, number 0, Charles Leeds. Outfield players, number 2, Michael Bagan, number 3, Timothy Rogers, number 4, Taylor Pill, number 5, Brent Canoyer, number 6, Kyler Mowry, number 8, Josh Needler, number 11, Drew Delosier, number 12, Wira Wama, number 16, Jackson Miller, and number 20, Judson Morris. Head coach of the Sabercats is Jeff Pill, assisted by Lane Hansel, David Anderson, and Chris Yoakum. Winner of this game advances to Thursday night's semifinal. They will take on the top seed Moody Bible Institute Archers. Archers coming off a very entertaining 5-3 win over Baptist Bible College. Right now, we're going to keep it here, but I will step aside for the national anthem. Providence University College coming from Otterburn, Manitoba, Canada. So the playing of O Canada in tribute to them. Now the Star Spangled Banner. On this day after Veterans Day 2014, we like to send a special shout out to all the veterans, past and present, for their service to our country and beyond. We certainly greet those listening tonight. If you're ready for a repeat of the starting lineups, first for Providence University College, Martins, Fast, Danso, Gertzen, Jacobson, Garrick, Jank, Rempel, Plett, goalkeeper Hodges, and Endelovu. Now the starting 11 again for Maranatha Baptist. Leeds is the goalkeeper. Bacon, Rogers, Pill, Canoyer, Mowry, Needler, Delosier, Wama, Miller, Morris. Providence University College advanced to the national championships a year ago. They ended up finishing in 4th place. They did beat their very first opponent in the quarterfinals, but lost in the semifinals to Northland International University in the semis, and then they lost the 3rd-place consolation game to Lancaster Bible College as well the following Saturday. Maranatha Baptist did not make the men's tournament a season ago, but the SaberCats are back and ready to begin a quest to become a national champion. Maranatha Baptist in red with blue shorts. Providence in all white, going right to left or east to west across your screen. Sit back, relax, enjoy what should be an exciting 90 minutes of soccer. This is game 4 of 4 on the roster today. Our first game between Ohio Christian and Manhattan Christian yielded 6 goals. Game 2 saw 7 between Trinity Baptist and Barkley. And Game 3 had 8 goals between Moody Bible Institute and Baptist Bible College. So are we about to see a 9-goal drama unfold before our eyes here on Field 1 at the Austin Tyndall Park in Kissimmee, Florida? I'm Matt Digby. Glad you could join us as Providence and Maranatha get us underway. Match 6 of 6 overall on the day. Match 4 of 4 in the men's quarterfinals. Scuff shot rolls off, deflected by Maranatha. Pilots will have a corner kick inside the opening minute. Both teams are fortunate enough to have both their men's and women's squads advance to Kissimmee for the national championships. The two women's sides actually just met each other a couple hours ago. That match ending in a 1-1 draw. They do count draws in the women's pool play because it is simply a pool play bracket, but there will not be such a scenario tonight in this matchup between the two men's side as John Jank, the co-captain, shoots high over the crossbar, leads to a Maranatha goal kick. Temperature tonight, high 50s, a little bit of a breeze. Dew is here on the real grass fields at Austin Tyndall Park. It was very nice during the day. Mid-70s, a little bit of a breeze, not scorching hot. Sunscreen mandatory, not so much now. As here's Providence with possession in their attacking half. Providence in all white, white shirts, white shorts, white socks, blue trim, numbers in blue. Maranatha in red with blue shorts, blue socks, white trim, numbers in white. Long ball downfield, intended for the Pilots. Mitchell Martin, sophomore from Steinbach, Manitoba, and a curling shot rising away from the far post, out for another Maranatha goal kick. 3 of the 4 semifinalists are set. Ohio Christian will play Trinity Baptist on Thursday evening at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the winner of this match will take on 3-time defending champ Moody Bible Institute at 7:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow evening, right here on Turbo Sports. The loser of this game is not out of it. They still will have 3 more matches to play, as all 8 places will be decided on the men's side. Whoever does not win here will face Baptist Bible College at 2:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow afternoon in that consolation match. Reminder, we have all the matches here for you on Turbo Sports except for one. The men's 7th place match on Saturday morning will not be available for streaming because of limited staff and resources, but all the other matches, all the women's matches and all the men's matches, will be available for you right here on TSG. Women's National Championship game scheduled to start at 2:30 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Men's Championship around 5 Eastern. Free kick awarded to the SaberCats. Coming into this with a record of 10-6-1. Providence University College comes in with a record of 7-4-3. Maranatha Baptist University undergoing a lot of changes over the past 12 months. Just a year ago, they were known as Maranatha Baptist Bible College. They were also known as the Crusaders a year ago. They have since changed their name to the SaberCats. Providence has also had a lot of changes in the past 24 months. They were previously known as the Freemen, their sports teams, but have since changed to the Pilots, a more gender-neutral nickname. Pilots with possession. Long ball sent downfield, intended for Dale Danso. Now sent back to goalkeeper Charles Leeds, who clears. Taylor Pill, one of the finalists for the Kyle Rote Jr. Award, sends a long ball downfield intended for Jackson Miller, a junior from Marinette, Wisconsin. Long throw in taken by Providence. Josh Needler. Cleared back, deflected back to Kyler Mowry, junior from Schaumburg, Illinois, one of the Chicago suburbs. Now a long ball attempted for Wirawama from Papua New Guinea. Too much pace for the forward. Out comes Liam Hodges to collect. So Providence, they were here a season ago. Finished 4th out of 8 teams overall. Looking to improve on that. And to do just that, they will have to beat Maranatha Baptist tonight and then take on Moody Bible Institute. 3-time defending champions, 5-time winners overall. But they did look very dominant in their 5-3 win over Baptist Bible College, even with the defenders clawing back, very nearly creating a wild finish, turning a 4-0 deficit into 4-3 before Moody Bible Institute did get one more goal to get the win, 5-3. Throw into the SaberCats. Here's Wama. Timothy Rogers. Back to Wama. Out comes Hodges to collect for Providence. Already 2 shots for the Pilots. None so far for the SaberCats. As a long clearance by Hodges right next to our broadcast location. Out of bounds for a SaberCats attacking throw-in. It's Judson Morris. Wama to Miller. Jank almost made a mess of that clearance, able to adjust. Some help from Danso. And a half-volley effort, curling just wide of the far post. So right away, Maranatha making their intent known that they do not intend to sit back, as Brett Canoyer, the freshman from Coon Rapids, Minnesota, with that effort, it will count as a shot on the scoreboard. And instead of Liam Hodges taking the goal kick, it will be a Pilot defender here in the 9th minute already. John Jank, the 2-time captain for Providence. Senior from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Winnipeg just to the north of Providence's campus in Otterburn. In turn, not too far away from the town of Watertown, Wisconsin, which kind of imagine a triangle with very acute angles. The 2 western and eastern ends being Madison and Milwaukee, respectively. Watertown would be at the north end of that triangle. Here's Martins. Martins continuing his run. One-on-one, got past Morris. Now one-on-one with Needler. And Martins pushed over to the northern third of the field. Morris unable to control that pass. Out for a Providence throw-in. Will be taken by Daniel Rempel. First foul of the game gives the Pilots a free kick in the 10th minute. First 3 games were very clean. No red cards, a couple of yellows, but not very many. It has been a day of goals. First game had 6 goals. Second game had 7. Third game had 8. And as I mentioned earlier, the women's teams just finished a match where they were playing each other in women's pool play. It ended in a 1-1 draw. Maranatha had 31 shots on goal. According to my colleague Todd Ward, only 1 found the back of the net in 110 minutes of play. It was Harmony Lorch who got the goal for the SaberCats. That name sounds familiar. She was here last year with Maranatha Baptist. So was her older brother Jason with Northland International when they made the national championship game. Here's a turnover to Mitchell Martins. Judged to have fouled a defender from behind, Brett Canoyer. Here's the ensuing free kick for the SaberCats. Here's Morris. Out on the wing to Wama. One-on-one with Rempel. Wama winning an attacking throw-in. Wira Wama. First name spelled W-I-R-A. Last name spelled W-A-M-A. From Papua New Guinea. As Hodges collects the errant header. Drew DeLozier. Now Morris. Looking to set up inside. An important deflection there to take it away from Timothy Rogers momentarily. Now Rogers has possession in the box. Tries for goal, shoots above the crossbar. Rogers had an opportunity with Hodges still on the run just to get in position to provide some sort of challenge. But the junior from Wilmar, Minnesota just hesitated a bit too long, allowed the play to develop, allowed Providence's defenders to catch up. And Maranatha gets the ball back on the defending side throw-in. DeLozier. Taylor Pill, the captain and one of the finalists for the Kyle Rote Jr. Award, as we're going to see a card here in the 14th minute. Yellow the color. On whom? It'll go on Bailey Jacobson, the freshman from Langley, British Columbia. First booking of the game comes in the 14th minute. We are still scoreless. The Pilots and the Sabercats. Two Maranatha players right now standing over the ball. One is Drew DeLozier. The second is Taylor Pill. It is Pill. Almost snuck it in. Hodges had to scramble to get a hand. And after a melee right in front of the goal, Hodges collects. Huge opportunity there for the Sabercats. Pill was very unlucky that his cross was not able to find the back of the net, but credit to Hodges for having the angle covered, getting an excellent, important touch. As here is Morris. Now Jacobson tried to send it out to Martins, but it was far too much pace for the sophomore to control. First collection of the game for Charles Leeds. Jank, his clearance was deflected. Danso sends it over the head of Martins and out for another Maranatha throw-in. Miller. Rempel. Rogers is onside. A one-touch pass from Wama. Back heel pass from DeLozier. Now an errant pass here gives a turnover right back to the Pilots. Peter Garrick's pass intercepted and turned by Miller. Now down the field, this is DeLozier. One-on-one with Rempel. Cross inside the box. Rogers couldn't quite connect. And judged to be a handle. Rogers handled the ball inside the box. He looked to have run past the intended pass. Or depending on which way you look at it, the pass was behind Rogers. Either way, it's an infraction, and Providence will restart with the dead ball goal kick in the 16th minute. A lot of Canadians you could expect on the Providence roster, but a couple Americans, a couple international players. Dale Danso from Pomona, California. Avery Ansa from Atlanta, Georgia. Tom Yang from Incheon, South Korea. And a couple of natives from Africa, Bembe Diako from Ghana, and Devotion Endulovu from Zimbabwe. Endulovu among the starting 11. Maranatha Baptist, meanwhile, a lot of residents from the northern states of Wisconsin and Minnesota. Couple exceptions, Kyler Mowry from suburban Chicago, Jeremy Knudsen from North Carolina, New York State represented, Queens specifically. Wirawama from Papua New Guinea. Colorado, Kansas. Dan Depew from Resistencia, Argentina. As right now, free kick will be awarded to Providence as an injured player right now being tended to. Looks to me like Daniel Rempel, the Pilots' number 11. Senior from Niverville, Manitoba. And Rempel is going to go off to the bench under his own power. Providence University College will still keep possession. 17th minute, 28:45 to play, half number 1, no score. 3 shots to 2. Maranatha has the advantage. And right now, the referee might be signaling for a drop kick between the two teams. No, it will be Jenk to take this dead ball. And in sportsmanlike gesture, Jenk clears it all the way back to Leeds. Here's Judson Morris. Has space to bring the ball across midfield. Elects for the long pass towards Rogers. Intercepted by Jenk. Almost ran into his own teammate, Jacobson. Now Martins. Long ball intended for Endelovu. Deflected and fallen right to a teammate who finds Martins onside, right on the edge of the penalty box. Towards Endelovu. Wama, right in front of the Maranatha bench, under pressure from Danso, forced to kick it out of bounds. Providence with an attacking throw-in. Towards Martins. Important header there from Morris, but not enough to send it all the way out of bounds. Martins collects. Out came Leeds. Endelovu with the ball. And Endelovu, again, still looking for pressure. Being guarded by Brett Canoyer. And the Pilots will have a corner kick at the northwest side of the field of play. Josh Needler to take. 26:36 remaining first half. On the left foot. Actually, I should have clarified that was Bailey Jacobson to take. Josh Needler wears number 8 for the SaberCats. Collected by Leeds anyway. Very hearty crowd here at Field 1. All the crowds for the 4 games today have been very receptive and very full. Of course, in this particular case, with the women's teams having played each other just an hour ago, it would only make sense for them to stay and support their male teams, and nice to see them stay here and keep the stands full. I would say a good 90% of the seats are taken. Here's Morris. Morris again. Now under pressure from Martins, has to scramble just to get the pass back to Needler. Long ball intended for Miller goes out. Maranatha awarded the throw-in. Delosier. Rogers judged to be offside. Still no score. 20 minutes played. 70 more to come, at least. If you're new to college soccer, clock counts down from 45. Stoppages for goals, injuries, serious fouls, usually the kind that result in cards. And we've already seen one booking earlier tonight to Bailey Jacobson back in the 14th minute. If we're tied after 90 minutes, we then have two 10-minute periods of sudden death golden goal extra time. And if we're still tied after 110 minutes, then we go to penalties. There will be penalties tonight if necessary. One team will advance to the semifinals to face Moody Bible Institute. The other will face Baptist Bible College in the consolation game tomorrow afternoon. Shot deflected off the foot of a Pilot defender. Looked to be Peter Garrick. Trying to win the ball back was Kyler Mowry for Maranatha. Action taking place in the northern third of the field. Danso with this defending throw-in for the Pilots. Now on the attacking end. Danso again with the throw-in. Jank back to Josh Gertzen. Free kick awarded to the SaberCats. 22 minutes gone now. Jank again called into action from central defense. Headed back only as far as Wama. Sent to the right wing, intended for Miller. Headed out in the direction of Martins. One-on-one with Morris. Martins was last to touch. Actually, Martins wins Providence a free kick. And that's a clearance away from play. We could see a card here for deliberate time wasting. Clock is stopped at 22:30, and we are going to see a booking. Deliberate act of time wasting. Judson Morris earns the first yellow card of the night for Maranatha Baptist. That's 2 overall on the evening. Those kinds of cards are going to happen every time. When the referee awards a throw-in to the opposing team and you kick the ball deliberately away, that will be interpreted as time wasting. Attacking throw-in for the Pilots to be taken by Rempel. 1 yellow card for each team. No goals in the opening 23.5 minutes as Leeds lets the ball roll out for a SaberCat goal kick. Turbo Sports is the official video streaming production company of the NCCAA Championships. Log on to our website, turbosportsgroup.com, to purchase game highlights in their entirety and also player-specific highlight reels. We also manage player marketing and development. Turbo Sports Group, TOURBEAU sportsgroup.com. Jank sends it towards midfield in the direction of Endelovu, who will keep this ball in play. Finding Peter Garrick. Garrick surrounded by 3 different SaberCat defenders who win the ball away. Morris collides there somewhat with Martins after collecting the pass from Michael Bagan. Jank goes down. No injury. Danso. Jank was running all the way up from his right center back position to complete that pass, and now he heads back to his role in central defense as Hodges collects for Providence. Clearance toward Endelovu, headed by Maranatha to Delosier. Long ball intended for Wama. Too much pace for the Papua New Guinea native. Eric Plett getting a touch, sending it forward. High foot. Providence wanted a stoppage in play, but play continues. Pass for Wama. Cleared out by Danso, but only as far as Rogers. Long range effort by Pill, always going wide of the northeast post, and out for a Providence goal kick. Fans, if you're coming down to Kissimmee for the later rounds of the championships, be sure to stop by Boston Lobster Feast, a proud supporter of the NCCAA National Championships. Enjoy all-you-can-eat fresh Maine lobster, prime rib, sushi, crab legs, and so much more. Plus, arrive early before 6 p.m. and save $5 per buffet with Boston Lobster Feast's Early Bird Special. That's Boston Lobster Feast, located less than a mile from the official team hotel, the Radisson Resort Celebration. So, a little bit too late to take advantage of that $5 off special. But, of course, tomorrow's always another day. Both men's and women's teams checking out the action. Again, Providence and Maranatha's women squads played to a 1-1 draw in pool play just about an hour ago. Also, Baptist Bible College scouting their future opponents. Whoever does not win this match will play the Defenders tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That match will take place on a separate field, as to utilize the use of all the fields here at Austin Tyndall Park, they have us switch to different fields as the week goes on. Of course, there is one field in particular that is being reserved and prepared just to host the championship games on Saturday afternoon. Jenks goal kick. Sent back by Delosier towards Rempel. Garrick to Martins. Martins, chip pass intended for Garrick. Two SaberCat defenders ahead of him, and smart adjustment by the SaberCats, in particular Josh Needler, to clear and force the Pilots to reset with the throw-in. Cross into the box, out comes Leeds to collect from 15 yards. 29th minute now. All the Maranatha players are in long sleeves, which is better suited for the weather right now. We are dipping into the high, even as far as the mid-50s in terms of temperature. A little bit of a breeze, just adding another little drop in the temperature. But a very pleasant night after a very pleasant day here in Central Florida. Wouldn't really be much better for a day one of a national championship event. Here's Judson Morris. And right now we're going to see a 30th minute substitution on the part of Providence University College. Peter Garrick is going to come out. He will be replaced by number 16, Conroy Jansen, sophomore from Lacrete, Alberta. Here's Wama for Maranatha Baptist. Goes down, wins the SaberCats free kick. 31st minute opportunity for MBU to score the first goal of what has so far been a tight and tense quarterfinal. Taylor Pill will take this free kick. Sent in towards goal, and Maranatha scores! A sloppy clearance attempt from Liam Hodges presents a golden opportunity, and Timothy Rogers from Wilmar, Minnesota puts the SaberCats on top. Pill's free kick alone was on target. Hodges tried to punch it out of the box, but it did not hit him in the portion of the fist where he wanted it. Hit him rather right on the end of the fist. It fell right to Timothy Rogers, able to slot home from point-blank range. And the 6th shot on goal is the charm for the SaberCats. They lead 1-0. As an errant pass, Morris does well simply to keep the ball in play. Providence wanting a handball on Morris called. Play continues, says the referee. Miller trying to wrestle the ball back from Josh Gertzen. Free kick awarded to the Pilots. Free kick bounces out of bounds. SaberCats have a defending throw-in. Delosier back to Morris. Here's a pass into the box. Martins deflected and just over the crossbar. Last touch by the Maranatha defense. Corner kick to the Pilots. It was a pass laid on by Eric Plett. And now Maranatha will have to go on the defensive. A Providence corner kick coming in the 33rd minute. Plett into the box, beyond Jenks' reach. Martins looked to have been pushed from behind, cleared out only as far as Jacobson, and he skies it well over the crossbar, out for a Maranatha goal kick. 1-0, Maranatha Baptist leads in this quarterfinal, following a 31st minute goal from Timothy Rogers. Just received a correction. The gentleman wearing number 20 for Maranatha Baptist is Daniel Anderson. Looks like a mistake on the roster because the roster I have listed Judson Morris as number 20. Anderson listed as number 9, but it is Anderson wearing the 20 jersey. Junior from Roscoe, Illinois. That means he is the player who was booked for a yellow card for time wasting in the 23rd minute. Free kick awarded to Providence University College. course, if you'd like to send a shout out to your favorite player, team, or coach, just use the Twitter hashtag NCCAA. I'll be checking all the responses during halftime, answer any questions you may have about play and how the tournament has gone so far and what to expect Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Just use the Twitter hashtag NCCAA for all your NCCAA Soccer Championship social media interactions. Foul called on Mitchell Martins. Throw in taken by Anderson. Here's Martins off the pass from Jenk. One-touch passes with Rempel. Through ball will go beyond the reach of substitute Eric Harvey from Yellowknife in the Northwest Territories. Collected by Charles Leeds. Inside the final 8.5 minutes of the first half, 1-0. Timothy Rogers, again, the lone goal scorer, back in the 31st minute, following a Taylor Pill free kick that was poorly cleared by Liam Hodges. Fell right to Rogers to kick into the net. Here's Anderson. Got past Martins. Running back to clear was Rempel. And it actually went out of play, last touch by the SaberCat defender. Goal kick awarded to the Pilots, and they give it away for an attacking throw-in. Here's Miller. Leeds called out of the box. Able to bring it back in, collect it. Dishes out to Anderson. Here's Needler. Throw in taken by Rempel to Jacobson, back to Jank. Inside the final 6.5 minutes of the first half. Ryan Fast. Pill. Chips it. Intended for Conroy Jansen. Intercepted by the Bears. The defense cleared out. Well, it's always interesting to hear the halftime team talks. What will Jeff Pill and Martin Ward have in store after Providence University College began the match very brightly with a couple important opportunities spurned as a long-range effort by Jank drilled low on the ground, saved by Leeds. And right now the lone goal scored by Timothy Rogers. In the first halves of the previous 3 games, we had 3 goals scored in Ohio Christian against Manhattan Christian. There were 2 goals at halftime in the Trinity Baptist Barkley match, and a total of 6 goals after the first 45 minutes of our most recent match between Moody and Baptist. And those games finished with 6 goals, 7 goals, and 8 goals respectively. Are we going to see an explosion of offense in the final 45 or even the remaining 4 minutes in the first half here? Miller lays a pass off for a teammate. Shane Moore just came on as a substitute for Baltimore, Maryland, as Miller almost got past Hodges. Smart defense by the Providence keeper, tried to redeem himself for that critical error that led to Rogers' goal just over a quarter of an hour ago. "42nd minute. Here's Rogers, one-on-one with Jank. And the defender does well to clear out of bounds. Actually deflected off the lone goal scorer of the night. And Jank will take the ensuing goal kick. Again, coming up at halftime, I'll be viewing tweets that you send using the hashtag NCCAA. So be sure to use that hashtag if you want your shout out to your favorite coach, player, or team read on air. Also, any questions for the broadcasting booth, questions about how the tournament will be run. Out of curiosity, just use the hashtag, and I will be checking them, responding to as many as I can during the second half. We had a couple of shout-outs during our second quarterfinal today between Barkley and Trinity Baptist. Through ball for Wama, intended for Moore, but the Baltimore native was offside. Final 100 seconds as Jank takes his free kick. Jacobson. Turned over to Miller. Delosier waiting on the right side. Miller goes to Waba towards the middle third of the field. Sliding tackle by Jank, but it only falls right to Rogers, who lifts it over the crossbar. Promising opportunity there for the Wilmar, Minnesota native to get a second goal of the night. But in the end, it's lifted high above the goal. Poked out of bounds, last touch by Daniel Anderson. Final 45 seconds of the first half. Here's Anderson. Maranatha, one last attempt to push the ball forward before the intermission. Headed back by Josh Gertzen. And that brings an end to a first half, a very tense first half. Only one goal scored in the opening 45 minutes. That from a Timothy Rogers easy dispatch following a Taylor Pill free kick. That was poorly cleared by Liam Hodges. But we'll take a quick break. Halftime score here at Field 1 in Kissimmee. Maranatha Baptist 1, Providence no score. We'll be back on the TSG Network. And welcome back to the 2014 NCCAA Division II National Championships. Just about ready to begin the second half here between Maranatha Baptist University and Providence University College, where the Maranatha SaberCats lead 1-0 off a 31st minute goal from Timothy Rogers. It came following the immediate aftermath of a Taylor Pill free kick that was hit with the bottom of a fist by goalkeeper Liam Hodges. Just happened to fall right to Rogers, who was running to provide some extra attack for the SaberCats. It was an easy open goal for the Minnesota native to dispatch. And we are just about ready to start the final 45 minutes of day one here in Kissimmee on this Wednesday, day after Veterans Day. Providence in white, Maranatha in red and blue. Maranatha going right to left across your screen, or if you're interested in the geographic direction, they are attacking the west goal. Providence will get us started in the second half. Avery Ansa and Eric Harvey, two substitutes in the first half, are now on to start the second half. And a confirmation on the two yellow cards. Providence's booking was actually shown to Ryan Fast. I had initially said Bailey Jacobson because that was what it had looked like. But Ryan Fast received the yellow card in the 14th minute. And more confirmation that Daniel Anderson was booked in the 23rd minute for deliberate time wasting. Maranatha going right to left with possession. Turned over out of bounds. Last touch by Brent Canoyer. Dale Danso with the attacking throw-in. Danso, space on the right wing. Here's Dale again into the box. Cleared out by Maranatha. Here's Rogers. Clean tackle made by Josh Gertzen. Rogers again the lone goal scorer back in the 31st minute. Here's Delosier. And a long-range effort cleared off the line by a Providence defender. And Rogers was onside. Couldn't direct that just wide of the northwest post. Out of bounds for a Providence goal kick in the 47th minute. Winner of this game advances to the semifinal Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. They will take on Moody Bible Institute. The loser of this game will play Baptist Bible College in the consolation match at 2:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, so a little bit quicker turnaround for whoever doesn't win this game. While the two teams who will play in the first semifinal at 5 p.m. Eastern, they will have had a break of roughly 24 hours. As a through ball for Canoyer, out comes Hodges to collect. Brent Canoyer very nearly made it 2-0 Maranatha Baptist. SaberCats trying to get an even firmer grip on this match. Leeds collects now for Maranatha. School from Watertown, Wisconsin, that only last year was known as Maranatha Baptist Bible College. Their nickname was the Crusaders. Then they made the change in the last 12 months, not only to the university, to Maranatha Baptist University, but also to the nickname, the SaberCats. And a missed clearance there. Opportunity for Maranatha, but an infraction and actually a free kick is given to Providence. 49th minute, still 1-0. After the first three games today yielded 6, 7, and 8 goals respectively. Here we are in a gripping 1-0 encounter. If that is the only goal of this game, it will be very telling to see how the rest of this half plays out. Here's a backheel pass intended by Avery Ansa. Pill sends it all the way down the right wing, intended for Miller. In defense, covering is Daniel Rempel. Clear back to Canoyer. Bagan. Forward for Rogers. Tries to cut back towards the middle third of the field. Canoyer. And running from well outside. Able to clear is Ryan Fast, the sophomore center back, getting the clearance. Canoyer. Resets. Back to Josh Needler. Nine shots to 6. The SaberCats have the advantage. And in the category that's a little bit more important, goals scored, Maranatha leads that category as well, 1-0. Just over a half hour away from the semifinals and a date with three-time defending champion Moody Bible Institute. As I was mentioning, the first semifinal will start around 5 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Ohio Christian, they had a noon quarterfinal earlier today, so they will have time to have rested by the time they take on Trinity Baptist, who will also have had 24 hours since their last game to rest and prepare for their semifinal match. Here's Mitchell Martins. Tries to cross that side of the box. Reaching out with one hand to stop it was Charles Leeds. And that was an important touch. Otherwise, Avery Ansa was ready and waiting with the goal wide open for the equalizer. Danso with the header over Canoyer. Danso loses possession. Delosier, intended for Jackson Miller, gets to the head of Rempel. And a long clearance by the Canadian. The Manitoban, I should specify. I must be honest, I do not know if it's Manitoban or Manitobian. The Manitoban native. Can't go wrong with that. Long ball intended for Ansa. Cleared out by Pill. Now Delosier. Goal kick will be taken by Liam Hodges. He had let Jenk and other defensive outfield players take goal kicks back in the first half, but he has decided to take the initiative the final 45 minutes as the Pilots searching for an equalizer. Here's Canoyer pressuring Danso and wins a turnover to Delosier. Delosier's crossing to the box. Miller's shot just across the face of goal. What a cross from Drew Delosier. Catches Liam Hodges scrambling. And Jackson Miller just unable to direct it into the net and increase the SaberCats' advantage. You do have to wonder if the dew on the grass played any part. Quite a bit of humidity here in Kissimmee. As a long-range effort always rising above the crossbar, not a serious threat on Leeds' goal. Danso towards Ansa. Also in the direction of Eric Harvey. But back tracing his steps. Smart moves by Josh Needler to send the ball forward. Martins gets the ball back for the Pilots. Brings it across midfield. Just under an hour gone here. Leeds collects in front of Ansa. So the dynamics of this game. Providence University College continuing to build attacks. They have 7 shots on target. Maranatha has 10, and Maranatha has the only one that's found the back of the net. You wonder the psychological consequences, especially on the part of Liam Hodges, if that does end up being the game's only goal, because it was off the bottom of Hodges' fist. He attempted to punch it out of the 6-yard box. Mistimed his punch. Ball came off the bottom of his fist. Fell right to Rogers. Easy slot home. Canoyer. Here's Harvey, sends it back to the middle third. Headed out by Needler. Jacobson. Initially an off balance. Intercepted by Wama. Wama off the one-touch pass, getting it behind the Providence defense. Wama continuing his run. Great save by Liam Hodges to preserve the 1-goal deficit, but Wama still with possession. Sent into the box. Miller wanted to tee up a powerful half-volley shot. Couldn't quite get that opportunity. But the cross is deflected out for a Maranatha corner kick. It will be taken by Taylor Pill in the 58th minute. Another opportunity there for the SaberCats, but they aren't able to increase their lead to 2-0. Does that give Providence any confidence? certainly on the part of Hodges. Here's a through ball intended for the lone goal scorer tonight, Rogers, just beyond his reach. Anderson won't beat Martins to the ball. Passes it back to Rempel. Plett chips it, intended for Ansa. Out comes Leeds to collect from about 17 yards away. Free kick awarded to the SaberCats, who are now just about a half hour away from a berth in the semifinals. Providence finished 4th a year ago at the NCCAA National Championships here in Kissimmee. If they lose this game, the best they can finish in 2014 is 5th. Canoyer. Delosier getting around Plett. Now tries a one-shot, a fast! Brilliant diving save by Liam Hodges to deny what would have been a spectacular goal from Drew Delosier. And a quick corner kick taken by the SaberCats. Now under 29 and a half minutes to play regulation. And a free kick following an infraction awarded to Providence. Martins one-on-one with Anderson. Cuts it to Ansa. Ansa has the ball poked away by Needler. Gained it back temporarily, but Maranatha's defense able to clear. Sends it to Canoyer. Now sent back by Danso. Collected by Bagan. Harvey trying to pressure Bagan. Out for a Providence throw-in. Long clearance headed back by Jacobson. Excuse me, that's Josh Gertzen with the header. Wama. Rogers. Canoyer. Wama was running down the right side of Rogers, but Rogers elected to go to his left. Now a long cross. Miller unable to keep it in, out of bounds. Providence goal kick. Turbo Sports is the official video streaming production company of the NCCAA Championships. If you'd like to log on to our website, turbosportsgroup.com, you can purchase game highlights, player-specific highlights, and we also manage player marketing and development. Turbo Sports Group, TOURBEAU sportsgroup.com. Just after 9 p.m. in the East, that would be just after 8 p.m. wherever you're watching on the campus of Providence University College or Maranatha Baptist University. Both Manitoba and Wisconsin in the Central Time Zone. This is Jank. Danso. Ansa tried a one-touch pass with the outside of his foot towards Harvey, cleared back by Bagan. Miller trying to pressure Rempel into a turnover. Rempel able to bring the ball across midfield temporarily. Providence forced to reset. Jank. Long ball towards Harvey. And running out from the left back spot, Michael Bagan. Not able to run up to catch this long ball pass from Brett Canoyer. 65th minute now. Danso. And a tough challenge there. Referee is calling for a stoppage in play. We're going to see a yellow card. It's shown to Bailey Jacobson right on the 25-minute marker. Not a malicious intent, but it is serious enough that does warrant yellow card from the referee. So Bailey Jacobson has his name taken down for a booking in the 65th minute. He is the third player overall. As right now Martin Ward is going to make a couple of substitutions for Providence University College. Bagan, in the meantime, is able to continue. All right, now we're going to have another stoppage in play. Another substitution for Providence University College. Pilots again trailing 1-0 in the 67th minute off a 31st minute goal from Timothy Rogers. Taylor Pill credited with the assist. It was his free kick that Hodges, the goalkeeper for the Pilots, failed to deal with properly. Rogers was ready and waiting to slot home his first goal of the tournament. And right now, that is the difference. Fast clears and forces Maranatha to reset with an attacking throw-in. Shane Moore now also back in the game for the SaberCats. As Canoyer unable to keep that long pass in. Wama. Plett turns it over. Here's Rogers. Getting around one Pilot defender. Almost around a second. Now keeping possession for the SaberCats. And the Pilots win it right back. Long ball intended for Harvey. Smartly intercepted by Canoyer. Free kick awarded to the SaberCats. Deloger going down following contact with Harvey. 22-10 and counting, regulation time. Fast clears out of bounds. Another SaberCat throw-in. On the attacking end will be taken by Canoyer. Defending throw-in for the Pilots. They haven't had a whole lot of attacking possession in this second half. They have been outshot 11-7. And again, the psyche of Liam Hodges, knowing that a failed clearance led to the only goal of the game so far. If it stays that way, 1-0, the effects it might have on him, because whoever wins or loses this game, every team here out of the 8 will play 3 games. Same for all of the 6 women's teams. They play 2 pool matches, and the bottom 2 play for 5th place, middle 2 play for 3rd, and the 2 group winners play for the national championship on Saturday. It's all in a bracket on the men's side. Today is devoted to the quarterfinals. Tomorrow, the first set of consolation games, the 2 semifinals. And Saturday, the 3 consolation games for 7th, 5th, and 3rd place, followed by the men's championship at the conclusion of the women's championship. So in all, 12 games of men's soccer action. Because of limited staff and resources, we will not be bringing you the 7th place match. So whoever loses this match will have incentive to win their consolation match tomorrow, knowing that their game on Saturday could potentially not be broadcast online. Wirawama. Back to Anderson. And looked like a SaberCat defender might have been injured, though he is up to his feet under his own power. Now inside the final 20 minutes. Moore tries to lay off for a teammate. Wama, great challenge by Danso to just poke the ball away from the Papua New Guinea native. Maranatha fans wanting a handball called on Tom Yang, the freshman from Incheon, South Korea, brought on as a substitute for the Providence Pilots. Cleared out of bounds. And we're going to see a substitution now in the 72nd minute. 8th shot of the match for Providence goes wide of the target. And another substitution will come in the 73rd minute, under 18 to play in regulation time. Fans, a reminder, if you're coming down for the later rounds of this tournament, be sure to stop by the world-famous Boston Lobster Feast during your visit to Kissimmee. From fabulous steaks and seafood to tender chicken and a raw bar, Boston Lobster Feast has something for everyone, and it's all you can eat. Boston Lobster Feast, located on Highway 192, less than a mile from the team official hotel, the Radisson Resort Celebration, all the way over on the western side of Kissimmee. This game coming to you from the eastern side of Kissimmee. We are just to the north of a fairly large lake. It could be the effect of the water from that lake coming to us here. A lake that has a very long name. A name that I just know I will butcher if I attempt to say it. As Hodges collects the cross from Bagan and clears towards center circle. Daniel Rempel sends it down the middle of the field as Providence continuing to get the ball and try to get an attacking possession, one that results in a goal. Here's Canoyer inside the box. Canoyer continuing to run, was deflected, and goes out for a corner on the northwest end. Great sliding tackle by Jonathan Jank to disrupt Canoyer's run. Otherwise, he had a very valid shot on target that could have potentially sealed a win for Maranatha Baptist University. And a substitution now. Going to see one new player from both Providence and Maranatha come in. 75th minute. Here's the corner kick from Taylor Pill as the SaberCats push for a second goal. And what a goal it is for the SaberCats! Pill's cross going well beyond the 6-yard box, and a brilliant volley into the net. Hodges did get a hand to it, but a brilliant goal in the 75th minute by Thomas Bagan, the sophomore from Richfield, Wisconsin. And now the Providence Pilots really find themselves in the hole. They have a quarter of an hour to find 2 goals and potentially extend this game to extra time. It was Pill's free kick that led to Rogers' goal back in the 31st minute. And now a half hour into the second half, it's Pill's corner kick volleyed home by Thomas Bagan. Recently brought on as a substitute, and he has made it count with the second goal of the night for the SaberCats. And they are getting closer and closer to a semifinal date with the Archers. Cleared out. Attacking throwing for the Pilots. Looking for a goal. It only takes one to change the entire complexion of this game. But as Delosier clears, that just runs more precious seconds off the clock. We're now going to be under 14 minutes to play in regulation time. Headed goalward by Brett Canoyer, trying to get on the score sheet himself, and that surely would have sealed the win, as we're going to see another substitution. Martin Ward having to gamble at this point with any combination of forwards that could merit a goal for the Pilots and give them an opportunity of hope in the remaining 12:40 and counting. Danto's pass cleared out of bounds. Here's Thomas Bagan. Danso will take the ensuing throw-in. Danso's cross, intended for the on-rushing Ryan Fast, and after it ricochets off a couple players, finding now Wama. Wama tried a backheel pass to keep the ball in play, but instead lost possession and a huge foul. Are we going to see a card in the 79th minute? No, it looks like just a free kick awarded to the Pilots, but a huge opportunity for Providence University College if they want to salvage this match and potentially force extra time. Two players standing over the ball, Mitchell Martins and John Jenk, in the 80th minute for the Pilots, who have had 8 shots on target. None have found the net. It's Martins on the left foot. Expertly punched over the crossbar by Charles Leeds. Brilliant effort by the junior from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, to preserve the shutout, even if just for a few more seconds. Corner is headed out of the box. Now sent back in towards Jank. Taylor Pill clears it out just for good measure. Stays on that attacking end. A corner kick now at the southeast end for the Pilots. 9:40 and counting regulation time. 81st minute. 2-0. Maranatha leads on goals from Timothy Rogers and Thomas Bagan. Danso, pardon me. Martins again. Deflected. Last touch by Delosier. Another Pilots corner. And a low-range effort deflected. Providence has new life. .9:03 to play, and the Pilots are on the board. Are we going to see an equalizer in the remaining 543 seconds of regulation time? Can the SaberCats hold on? As a long clearance by Michael Bagan, whose younger brother Thomas right now has a goal that would stand as the difference. Game-winning goal right now for the moment is still credited to Timothy Rogers because it was his goal that, as of now, put the SaberCats up for good. Devotion and Delovu. Now Bagan tried to find Drew Delosier, but the shot was always going to not count. It was offside. John Jank arguing that Delosier wasting time with that effort. The referee did stop the clock at 7:58. And it will be the longest 8 minutes now of the season for their Maranatha Baptist if they want to reach the semifinals. Cross in the box, collected by Leeds. Wama got past Danso and then past Gertson. Wama continuing his run. Thomas Bacon looking for a second goal of the night. Cross into the 6-yard box, collected by Liam Hodges. Providence maintains the 1-goal deficit. We saw second-seeded Barclay College come back from down 2-0 to get it to a 2-2 tie. Then they went down 3-2, tied the game 3-3, but then they gave up a fourth goal to Josh Castellanos, and Trinity Baptist, in terms of seeds, pulled the upset. And in terms of seeds, Maranatha would pull the upset here, although with a 4-5 matchup, the teams are very much even as Thomas Bacon now in the box. Back to Rogers. Went for goal himself. Skies it well above the crossbar. As the clock stops, 5:58 and counting regulation time. An injured Pilot inside his own penalty box. So right now, the final sets of instructions during what is perhaps this last stoppage of the clock, unless we have more goals in the remaining 6 minutes of this match. It looks like the players are just cramping. That's always a concern, even in this weather where it's not scorching hot. It wasn't scorching hot during the day. It certainly won't at night. It's been rather cool, a lot of dew, a lot of humidity, not just on the grass, but also you feel the humidity in the air. You do see it throughout the field. As right now the injured player, Josh Gertson, being tended to, looks like just a cramp. He has been helped to his feet, but he will hop off, and yes, Providence will make a change for the final 5:58. Timothy Rogers, the first goal, back to the 31st minute. That was off a free kick from Taylor Pill. Then it was a Pill corner kick, volleyed home beautifully by Thomas Bacon. And then after a crazy play and turn of events, Providence University College did get a goal back in the 81st minute. Long ball intended for Indolovu. Danso in pursuit on the fence. Has Fast to his left. Rogers was quick to take the throw in, too quick for the referee's liking because the SaberCats wanted to make a substitution, and Thomas Bagan will be replaced by Brick Canoyer. Final 5 minutes of regulation. Providence trailing 2-1. Tried to set up Canoyer. Peter Garrick in pursuit. Caught from behind by Michael Bagan. Long clearance. Canoyer's onside. And a big collision there. Ball last touched off a deflection by Providence. Corner kick awarded to the SaberCats. Clock continuing to run. Now it has been stopped at 3:46. As again, the weariness taking its toll on the players. Many of them who haven't deep been on the field for all 86 minutes and change. And still 3:46 to go. That's how close Maranatha Baptist is to a semifinal and a meeting with three-time defending national champion Moody Bible Institute. Will the SaberCats have an opportunity to dethrone the quest for a four-peat? First, they need to hang on for 3:46 against the Pilots. Corner kick will be taken by Pill. Headed back out of the box only as far as Anderson. Tries a right-footed shot. Liam Hodges collected the effort from Anderson and will clear. 3:25 and counting now. And deflected, having to scramble back, was Charlie Leeds. A huge potential mistake there by the Maranatha defense. It deflected off a Pilot forward, almost winning the goal for the game-tying goal anyway. Danso with the throw-in. And right now, we're going to see a stoppage of play. And right now, Drew Delozier being called over to have a conversation with the referee. Danso furious by the action of Delozier. Here's Avery Ansah. Kyler Mowry, at this point, just trying to play keep ball for the SaberCats. And concedes an attacking throw-in. 2.5 minutes to play in regulation. Canoyer. Here's Jank. As Wama trying to catch Hodges out of possession. What a goal that would have been for Wira Wama. As Hodges, who has been very shaky all night long, nearly made a mess that could have confirmed Maranatha's spot in the semifinals. They can still get there if they hang on for 105 more seconds. Jank urging everybody forward. Platt unable to deal with the cross initially, but finding Danso. You see the dew rising up from the grass. Throw in the War to the Providence. Final 60 seconds. Pilots trail 2-1 in the quarterfinal to Maranatha Baptist. They got a goal back in the 81st minute to cut the deficit to 1. Can they find an equalizer? Cross into the box. Leeds was scrambling, a little unsure of his spot, but it goes out for a SaberCat goal kick. And by the time Leeds takes it, there will be less than 10 seconds remaining. And the Maranatha Baptist University SaberCats will hang on for the 2-1 win. And that completes your semifinal lineup. What a dramatic end to what a fantastic day of NCCAA championship soccer action. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we have, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow and on Saturday as the national championship continues. We have 4 games to bring your way tomorrow, beginning at noon Eastern Time. The consolation match between Manhattan Christian and Barclay. Then at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, the consolation match between Baptist Bible College and Providence University College. Then tomorrow night, the 2 semifinals, 5 p.m. Eastern, Ohio Christian and Trinity Baptist. And at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, Moody Bible Institute taking on Maranatha Baptist University. Now for Buzz Mead, Todd Ward, Chase Neidig, and our entire Turbo Sports production crew, I'm Matt Digby. Thank you for watching Day 1 of the 2014 NCCAA Division II Soccer National Championships on the Turbo Sports Network live from Kissimmee, Florida. Reminder, we'll see you back here at noon Eastern tomorrow, but for now, good night from Kissimmee.